All right, I guess we'll go into it. If you're good, I'm good.
Good. Yeah, let's have some fun.
All right. Well, I don't have the theme music. I'll have to put this in post, but we start podcasts with our guests. We like to do a little lightning round questions. I'm gonna just hit you real quick. I wish I had the old '80s song. What is it? Enough for a Hero. Anyway, that's my jam. My co-host who directed a stand-up comedy special I was filming. He caught me in my car listening to that song on repeat, just trying to remember my own material. So, um,
It's too funny.
hopefully, I'll remember to put it in post after this. But if not, it'll just be a weird silence, no music bed. Uh, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Definitely not.
What's better, cake or pie?
Cake all the way.
We ask the tough questions. Unstoppable force or removable object?
Ooh. Unstoppable force?
Wow. I think oh no, I think everybody picks that. We're waiting for someone to take a movable object. I think we need to get a defense contractor or someone on here.
There you go.
Uh, average hours a night you sleep.
Not enough. 6, 5,
What time do you get up in the morning?
5.
That's mountain time zone. What blood type are you? Are you an organ donor?
I'm an organ donor. I don't know my blood type.
That's really the question, is to see if people know it. No, that is their own blood. I don't know mine. I have to call my mom. Uh, first time you French kiss someone.
Oh, like 12? Daughter, I
Uh,
hope you're not listening.
um, what's the last time you cried?
The last time I tried,
Cried.
cried. I mean, maybe a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
May-
Anything in particular?
It was actually out of joy. I was laughing so hard with my daughter watching videos. We literally started crying. We were laughing so hard. It was
It's very
awesome.
cute. It's very cute. Does God exist?
Yeah,
Have you ever seen a UFO, UAB, whatever they're called now, or a ghost or anything supernatural?
for sure.
Ooh, I'm gonna swing back to that in a second. What those are the last two. Here's your penultimate. Did you watch or listen to the show before coming on?
I did not. On
No.
purpose.
Oh, okay. Most people just like, no, I have no idea what I'm getting into. And the last question, what advice would you give your 13-year-old self? Yeah, you thought these were all silly. I'll vamp for a
Right.
second. You're gonna go back in time. You're gonna find yourself at 13, and you're able to tell yourself one thing.
Get present and the lottery numbers for the following week.
You got to know them on hand. Well, that earns yourself a plug for you to do an intro on your own instead of us butchering it. Tell our audience who you are, what you're about, and all that good stuff. So if I read it out loud, I'm the
Are
poor.
we even record? Are you
Oh, we're
recording
going.
already?
We're going.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
going. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'm Jody. I'm CEO of Green Goo. We make plant-based first aid and skincare products, including sexual wellness, personal care, and baby. And our goal was to change first aid.
Okay. How do you get into this very crunchy green kind of endeavor? Is that to be not to be glib, but you're kind of you're in Boulder. That's the crunchy capital of the
Right. Yeah, a
U.S.
little of it
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
Didn't start it in Boulder, but I found my way here, so maybe I evolved into being crunchy, although some might say that I've always been a little crunchy. But uh yeah, so we just saw that first aid was full of chemicals and one-time use products. And here we were like living a super clean life. And yet you opened up our first aid cabinet and we believed the narrative, which is that these chemical products were the only products that could get the job done. And so we were challenged by that. And we were like, well, can we make a plant-based solution that's better? And better because the conventional consumer doesn't care about the ingredients. They just want something that's better. So I wanted to crack the code.
What? So that sounds overwhelming to someone, to get into the consumer. What is the official term? Like consumer product category,
Mm-hmm.
CPG or something like that.
That's it.
Uh, you know, there's an episode of Portlandia. It's one of my favorites where they try to start a cell phone company, and it's like, oh, it's obviously like you can't do this without infrastructure and a lot of like billions of dollars now. But I feel overwhelmed trying to empathize with the beginning of trying to start a product company that could be sold at a grocery store or something like that. How is your background was something else before this, correct? I tried to do some research. I think it was, uh,
Biology, psychology. Yeah. So I was pre-med. So I was pre-med, got my master's in health psychology, specialized in psychoneuroimmunology, and was training resident physicians on the biopsychosocial model. So, and I was in private practice.
what does all of that mean? I don't know. I'm dumb.
All of that just means that, one, I was looking at the mind body relationship in terms of your wellness journey. And then two, changing the way, physicians and healthcare approach medicine, meaning like spend time with the patient, get to know them and look at other factors like their community, their relationships, their, what other challenges they're having that could in fact be impairing their intervention that needs to happen. And then my sister's an herbalist and a midwife. So we were very much driven from a formula science backed standpoint. So that was definitely, leverage that we had in terms of product development. My mom is the third party in this, and she is a self-taught computer programmer, website developer because we grew up in the military. And so she had to figure out how to be mobile with her job. And she taught me, she was my first computer teacher. And so you got to have a techie person in the group, right? She was our techie person. So,
Wow, you come from impressive stock. That's insane. We got my family still likes to tell this story. We just had the holidays, so I got to hear it three times again. How we got a new Mac, like a Apple. I don't know when it had like the green screen on it. You can only really play Oregon Trail, and I was like 4. It was brand new. My family's low tech, and I was like, all right. And I put some quarters in it, ruined the whole thing. Never worked again.
there you go.
It's pretty sweet. So I'm the default tech person in our family, but I notice your mom probably doesn't get frustrated like mine does when I try to go, all right, let me show you how to do this. And maybe you want to record it with your phone. They're like, no. And I go, well, then you just have the video forever. It's like, no. I'm like, okay, well, I'll write a punch list of how to do this. No, just show me how to do it. And I'll go, okay. And then it's like 2 steps where you're already frustrated. Wait.
I'm your mom in this
Oh,
relationship.
no.
And
Oh,
you are
no.
my mom. My mom's, I get all of her hand-me-down tech, and then she has to walk me through everything. It is not my jam.
Yeah, they love my parents are 78 and 74. They love old movies. I go, I got a Roku for you. I got an old one. I'm gonna come over, I'm gonna put it in, spend an hour trying to figure out. I go, why can't I get this to work? And it's like I go look at the Wi-Fi router or whatever, and it's not even plugged in.
Okay, so that's me at my parents' house. I can't
I'm
put
like,
anything on.
and then they had a DSL, and I was disgusted. I was like, "Ugh, this is from 30 years ago. Why do we still have this here? This it was literally in the house I grew up in, was the phone jack into the Wi-Fi router. And then
Beautiful.
I'm like, Mom, and I'm trying to like get her attention. And she goes, Why? I was like, I've been calling for you for like 5 minutes. She's like, well, why would I have my hearing aids in if I'm alone? And I was like, baby boy, your only son. I'm right here. Your best child here. I was like, either I don't matter within the room, or she really just forgot I was there altogether. So, um, all right, how about I'll talk to my therapist about it.
There you go.
But try where can people? I should ask this at the top. Where should people find this? Find your product. Find the brand. Is it Are you e-commerce only? Where are they located?
I mean, we are in retail, but we have an amazing website that my mom built. So greengoo.com
Oh,
and Amazon. I mean, those are really the best places. And you can find Southern Butter as well on both of those platforms.
well, if anybody's listening and wants to take the extra step to buy it straight from y'all, that's better because you don't. The Amazon takes a big cut, from what I recall, when I was working for a company that sold stuff on there. What's your why? What's the why? Why are you doing this? Like,
So my why? Why do I keep doing this? Because I mean, yeah, it's been a ride. I feel really passionate about plant-based solutions and really just like giving people the tools so they can just like fully show up, fully alive. And part of that is these solutions. And your skin is your largest organ. It's rich in neurotransmitters. It's connected to your mindset, your longevity, your immune system. And it's an awesome opportunity to really innovate and educate. And I really do. I just love it. And I can't live without it myself.
now I'm more of a your typical dude. I don't use any stuff on me. Yeah, I'm kind of well. You can talk me into it. I'm you have the cool art teacher vibes that could talk me into anything. I think. But my daughter, she's 8, but she feels like she's 17. She's very bright. She's learning coding, so maybe very similar to mom. I'm like, yes. I got her in a chess club and that. I'm like, um,
Win.
um, well, and she might be in tiny Mensas or whatever they call it, Mensa for kids. I don't know, but I guess
Awesome.
she's gonna get in that. I'm like, she's gonna be smarter than me in no time. But
Plan.
her and I argue a lot about like she needs certain creams and certain moisturizers and things, and she's parenting. We're divorced family, so I get indirect notes from mom about we shouldn't use this because it has aluminum in it. What are your thoughts in that area of just like
Um,
that general argument of like is it are my armpits horrible because I've been using Unilever's aluminum based stuff for 20 years?
Okay, well, I'll share with you this fact, which is your armpit, which we all know is this like really interesting tissue, right? It's like different than the rest of our skin. It absorbs about 70% of what you put in it, and it is connected to, your lymphatic system, and it's essentially your armpit is a portal. And so when you think about putting stuff in there that isn't good for you, you get a quick idea of how quickly it absorbs in your body. Now, what we do with our deodorant is because it is a portal, we put in adaptogens, functional mushrooms, ashwagandha, holy basil, ginkgo biloba, all of these ingredients so that it like will absorb something that's good. Now, I have a
Hmm.
14-year-old daughter too, and we run into this conversation all the time because, they don't want to use clean ingredients. They want to use what everyone else is using. And,
Oh
they're
yeah.
so scared of potentially smelling. And I have to like share with her that when you use this stuff that your body is like rejecting, your body odor changes and you smell more. And I mean, my daughter has perfume with her. So we're constantly having that dialogue. And all I can do is give her the information and then she can decide what to do with it.
I imagine you're the joke I've heard a few times on stage is every comic or a lot of comics have done is like they go into their lady shower, a girl shower, and it's just there's bottles and bottles upon it's like a potion factory in there. And I'm guessing yours is very strict down to what you provide on greengoo.com. If anybody wants to go there, there's a discount pop up. Your mom set up, so that's good.
Not
Um,
gone.
yeah, I feel like if you look at, and I'm going to use grocery store. I know you're not. You're in Walmart and REI or SC, I should say. I don't know what retailers you're in.
Mhm.
Um, it it's one of those things where you look at food and you look at anything in the grocery store, and have you ever seen that infographic where it shows the 6 conglomerate companies that own it?
Mm.
You know, doesn't necessarily make it bad for that, but it feels like it doesn't have the best intentions. You know, your general thought of if it's a large international conglomerate, it probably doesn't. It probably cares more about the profit margin per item sold than than being a wellness product.
Well, I think, yeah, I mean,
I think you're
wellness
separating
products.
yourself from that, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not enough demand yet to have that shift. So that's why I'm always like, hey, every time you purchase, you're voting, which I even share that with my daughter. Like, you get to define what is really available out on the market. And like, one of the other reasons I love Green Goo is because I love the way it makes me feel. Like, my favorite thing to do is to literally butter up from head to toe, get all greasy, and put a bathrobe on and just let my skin drink it up. It's great for like post workout, pre workout, sleep. And man, when you like nourish your skin, you feel so good. And I think we just are being inundated with all of these products on the market that are just full of crap, and they don't make you feel good, and they make your skin condition worse. And so we're just in this vicious cycle of like, yuck.
But yeah, it's that I forget the psychological businessy term for it, but it's the thing of like I try to explain this to my daughter. I'm like, because I was in the salon industry for a while, and so I got to know that whole product line, all that stuff. You know, some stuff's legit. You know, actually does help. It's worth the price. A lot of it's not. And it's one of those things where I'm like, once you start using that moisturizer, that you have to do it. And I feel like that for deodorant, because I remember Old Spice back in the day. I'd use my dad to steal his.
Yeah, me
Uh,
too.
and then I'd use it, and if I forgot to use it for a day, you've reeked. And it was like, that's some weird, sinister kind of like, they had to have tested that for at least, this is the 90s. I was 13. I remember being at the line and be like, I have to go home. I smell horrendous. And it's because I forgot to put it on, or my dad stole it back. Uh, 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 um, and so it's like, I feel like you're, it's not, what is it? I'm trying to think like that false scarcity area of the terms. I can't pull it up in my head, but it's one of those things where, like cigarettes, right?
Hmm?
You started using it, it's a bunch of chemicals. You could go greener with it. You know, you could just have nicotine in you and without the carcinogens, but it's kind of tough to do. Did you sell the company and then buy it back? Did I read that correctly?
You did. And I'm going to come back real quick because what's fun about Green Goo, which is kind of like anti-capitalistic, is that the more you use it, the less you need it. And that's like the strange irony of using something like Green Goo. Now on
What?
the
Look, we can still be friends. I love capitalism, but
Oh yeah, me too. I'm just saying it's like to mirror what you're sharing, it's like kind of funny the way you frame it because you're like, oh wow, the more you use Green Goo, like the less you need it. You know what I
right,
mean? It's kind of funny. Except for
right.
you never want to give it up. So
It's like a Hinge dating app. Their motto says like we want you to delete this or something. Like we want you to not be on these. Like it's like we're trying to match you so you don't have to use this. So it's
right.
like they're not trying to get people to reuse it on the side or any of that. You know, um,
And you're still going to use Green Goo. I mean, I'm saying like you're still going to want to use it multiple times throughout the week. I'm just saying you will see your skin change. You're not going to have to use it the same way you like use lotion and then 10 minutes later you need it again.
right,
That's
right.
cool.
And hydration. I feel like that's the underrated part of that scenario.
100%. Yeah,
I
full on.
I was trying to write a bit about it. I can't. It's just a premise right now, but it's like, are you ever fully hydrated? Or is like, there's no. You're never like, yep, I'm good. Like,
Right. I'm tapped off. I don't need any more water.
okay,
You know, like,
drink
ever.
liquid IV and liquid test combo all the time, and I'm like, I don't know if I had enough. I try to drink like 3 liters of water a day, at least, but it's like it's still, I sweat a lot. I'm in
Mhm.
Tampa. It, it's very hot. And so like, I don't know, but back to the
Yeah.
business side, I want to hear, I don't hear too many people do this that we talk to. And so I find that
I'm glad to hear that because it sucks to do it.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. It's probably like getting with an X or something. And you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you back in.
Yeah. Well, and I'll, add to it because you brought up like you're competing with like the largest companies in the world, and we're just this little family business, trying to make our way. And yeah, so we sold to grow, like we went into a portfolio. And so we weren't leaving, but the idea is that we were going to continue to expand, and it didn't work out that way. So I had less than 24 hours to terminate my entire team, and we spent 18 months buying back the company. And, we didn't get anything in the transaction. So it was like, not easy to purchase a company back. And that was tough.
What made you want to do it though? Why you got into like a PE firm that was acquiring something, or
Yeah, well, not quite PE, but it was a public portfolio company that
yeah,
was, well funded and looking for brands and companies to put into it and roll out. And you know what it really came down to is, we're sitting there after everything's done and the dust is settled, and you're like, okay, what do I do now? And this wasn't my first company, and so I knew I could start another company. And we're thinking about, and I'm like putting on my lip balm, and I'm like, hey, I realize we haven't been in production. I'm about to run out of the things that I love. There's nothing else on the market that's going to replace it. My sister and I are calibrating our inventory to see who has what between the three of us. And then we're like, I guess we're just going to have to start making it for ourselves again, the way we started in our kitchen, because we can't live without it. And then, customers start calling us and they're like, my son's a paraplegic. This is the only thing that works. My mom's a diabetic. It's the only thing that works. And we're like, what are we doing? Why would we want to start anything else other than this? And so it made fiscal sense, and the market demand was there, and we love it and we believe in it. So we went after it.
yeah, you're not trying to. It sounds like there's a lot of heart in this project from the get go, and you realize you loved it again. Probably. I mean, look, all entrepreneurs are a little psycho in some way. I mean, and sometimes they're rational and others, and but like if you know you don't want to be like one of those aforementioned conglomerates, it's like, how about we just be a steady business that has a good profit margin? How about we try to be more Chick-fil-A than McDonald's, where the profit margin's huge? I mean, political aside, but politics aside, but I mean, they go for profit margin uh, over volume, right? And so it sounds like that's fair to say. You're kind of like, this is the passion I have, and it's also a need I personally need. No one's making it, so
And to your point, yeah, like when we were growing, we grew to 150,000 points of distribution in less than 5 years. And the encouragement was like, you grow as fast as you can, and that's what you do. And so to your point, like coming back full circle, it's like, how about we just appreciate that we love our job, we love what we do. Let's build a healthy business. Let's build a sustainable business, not just like from an ingredient standpoint, but from a P&L standpoint. And so it's a different model, and we're just really good stewards of our P&L and our growth strategy, and like, okay, we're in this for the long game now, and it's great. It's a
yeah,
it's like a whole different way of doing business, and we're loving it.
I call you a green EBITDA business. One that actually looks at that part as well. And yeah, once you lose control of the ship, you can't write it sometimes, and that sucks because I'm sure you've put hundreds and hundreds of hours for probably 100-hour weeks, multiple times into
Couple
this.
years. Yeah.
And then you got employees you care about, I'm sure. And so
Absolutely.
yeah, well, we need more CEOs like yourself. Is there anything I didn't hit on here? These are quick interviews. We want to have people something to do while they're doing laundry or jogging or walking or something, or ignoring their kids like I do. I put the AirPods in. I used to tell them they were earrings back when they were really low.
Awesome.
Yeah, or like COVID times, I was like, yeah, these are ninja masks you have to put on. And I'm like, all right,
There we
cool.
go. Let's play.
Is there anything I didn't hit on that you wanted to talk about um, or mention or anything?
No, it's fun to be here and just spend some time with you and have some fun and appreciate business and share the green goo love. There's some southern butter there too, so we expanded into sexual wellness, which is really fun. And I highly recommend getting southern butter in your life if you don't have it everything. So it is basically
it was 31 and I'm hitting the everything era of my life, so I'm curious.
We've got, stimulating butters and aphrodisiac oils and, just different kinds of things to enhance the mood in the moment. And they smell good and they're great for your skin. And they really nourish your skin so it improves sensitivity just as a result of that hydration we're talking about and, some really sensitive areas. So it's good stuff. It's one of those things that like once you have it, you're like, whoa, where have you been?
I might have to get some of that. You might see it. Tell your mom the sale might come in for me about that. I'm finding I never needed anything before, and now I'm finding my age is catching up with me, maybe. So
Fun.
what do I do? Just put it in my unit and go, let's rock. Or
Just it. That's it. I mean, it's in the shower. We keep it in the shower on the nightstand, what have you.
Nice, very nice.
And it's a nice bottle, so it looks pretty and it's great for your skin and you'll love the smell. So it just makes everything better.
Well, I will definitely look into this. Well, thanks for coming on our podcast and greengoo.com. Just sign up for the newsletter. How about that if you don't?
That'd be great. Let's do that.
Because this is probably something, if there's a lot of people like myself, it might take a little bit of time to remember, oh, yeah, I wanted to get that. The general so busy, but could just slow down if they really sat with their ADHD a bit. So sometimes it takes a couple times, but thank you for coming on. Appreciate you, sharing some time with us.
Thank you. Have a green day.
Nice. See ya.